This script, I can't believe how long's passed actually, just doing like a script and a couple of other things. Very surprising. Time flies when you're scripting. So, that all works. We fixed that up. And that should be fine. What else was I thinking of doing? Suppose we could look at anything else that we can link up in the Apex. So time screens were off. I can't actually remember if the whole black screen thing happened to be fair. Let me just check this email. Out the way. Keep flashing otherwise. There we go. Right. Refresh that because half it's missing for some reason. So now then. We didn't really check any packages out in game, but I figured there's not much need. As the forge guy was working, we saw the lady in the alchemy section, so that's fine. Now, display cases can be done separately, that's fine. Mannequins are another one, and this is where I'm going to grab an old mesh from Mershcum, which again, if people aren't aware, unfortunately, we're not going to be doing any more updates to that. Nothing's planned anyway for quite some time. Info's on my website. What we want to do is find the mod files 1.3 loose meshes. Oh Jesus. On me. Mershcum. Furniture is it? And general. Oh, this will be fun. Of course, this will be fun. This is the old setup. Where is everything? Units, maybe? Nope. Collections? Nope. Bedroom, bathroom, display cases, general, maybe in there, but I doubt it. No, this is annoying. Gotta be general. There is a collection of mannequins I've created, but it's being a nonce, not showing me them. I don't know where I have put them. Where did they actually go? They go throughout the house, so it might be living room or something, but... Oh, I bet this doesn't even work, but we'll see. Yep. The joys of Windows search. It doesn't know where its own stuff is. Decoration. Go on. I think I know where it is now, but I want to see if this finds it. Nope. Should be in decoration misc or something now. More mannequins. There we go. See? Look at that. However, I bet if we go back and go more man. Yeah, you have to put the exact name. Doesn't do like partial name searches. Ridiculous. So, I mean, the whole point in trying to find something is usually sometimes that you don't know the full fucking name of it or proper name. But anyway, this stream isn't about ripping into Microsoft Windows as much as I'd like to. Meshes and then CT. Is it CT? Is it C? Have I not done CTR this time around? Anyway. Furniture. Oh, when you're working on like 3-4 different mods at the same time, you start to get confused as to what the hell you're IDing and where you're actually dumping things. But miscellaneous. What are these for? They are technically furniture, they're miscellaneous. So yeah. And instead of more mannequins, call it CT. Mannequins, and there's a change I want to make. I want to get rid of the collision. That is probably around one of them if there is any. So might not be any collision. Oh no, mannequins don't have collision, do they? You can go right through them, that's fine. I just figure there's no point having collision on miscellaneous items that don't need it or only partially have it. So, yeah, that's fine. Mannequins then. What I can do from now on is just pretty much copy these and rename them, create new versions. Misc, craft. I suppose the mannequins could cover all of them. I mean, what are these suckers made of? Wood. Mannequins, that's general mannequins, I suppose, for the entire place. What we're looking at, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 mannequins. 100 per mannequin. Say 100. Weight we're not going to bother with. This we're going to confirm. Create new version. Go back in. Already got a lot of the stuff done. Script just needs changing then. Craft item needs to be itself, so we can just drop that down one. Global is fine. Game error is fine. Time, how long would it take to make 8? Yeah, oh my god. Make 8 mannequins. Try saying that when you're drunk. Let's say 4 hours. It's going to take a while to make them buggers. And item to enable is going to be mannequins. This gets difficult now. This depends how these are set up. I know with weapon racks it's very, very tricky to have them disabled because certain parts of weapon racks are already disabled and you have to disable and enable the right parts. So I'm just going to go through these bits here. Mannequins should be easy enough. It should be simple with these. So if I can set all of these mannequin parts up to 1x marker, that would be fine. And I'm going to put it over here. So let's go X marker. Dump that over there. Spin it around, put it that next to that one. And I didn't actually give this a ref that I wanted to. CT ref X. This one was for MQ. Display case is large. And when you confirm that, it'll probably say it's got links to stuff. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter. This one is going to be CT ref X mannequins in general. Cover the entire place. Initially disabled again. Then what we want to do is go back to our MISC item we were editing and select it. There we go. And time 4 hours. That's fine. So general mannequins and 4 hours. Then I'm going to edit this. Hopefully, as you'll see, should be facing the right way. These are miscellaneous, aren't they? Furniture misc. Mannequins facing the wrong way, which is the way they're meant to be facing. Hit OK, and that should be fine. Then I'm going to make a constructible item version. Change this over. Something I didn't do. Something I didn't do on the other one. I said it was subject. I was wrong. It's reference. Link it to the marker. That needs to be mannequins in this case, and I'll go back and change the other one. Disabled, yes. Okay. So, then we want to select mannequins in here. That's that. Create new form. Go in here. This is where I got something totally wrong. Go in here. It's not subject. It's reference. Needs to know what it's looking at. And display case marker. Click OK. Save that. And that should be fine. Now we just have to link all the mannequins. And what I've got to do is be careful that I'm not selecting things in the background like these, excuse me, lift effects. These are one of the many things that get in the way. The other thing is these waterfalls get in the way. And other such things. Don't want to go linking them. I think I selected that one then. I'm going to get rid of these dust effects, so I'm not going to select those accidentally. This gets a bit difficult to do now. Okay, so usually like I'd show all, hide as I'm selecting them, but I'm having to not show all at the minute to try and manage a way of selecting all of these. And at the minute it's working. So I know those mannequins are definitely going to be linked. The others, one or two like that one, I'm not certain about at the moment. I think they might change location, so I'm not going to include them. But I'm just going to do the apex for the moment. So there's some mannequins in the lobby, but they might not stay there, so I won't link those. But I'll link these up, check that these are right. Looks okay. And then I'll link those to the marker. And that should be that setup. And it starts to be that quick and easy when you've done your first script for the craft system, and you just carry on. Just carry on sort of setting that up. That's nice and easy. Check as a chat. Yeah, the immersive immersion redux. Crowdfund the second monitor. That'd be helpful. It's not so much the monitor; it's the ability to run the damn thing. I love the Phenom processor. It's just getting old. It's a shame. It's a shame. No, like I've added like the donate button in there and the social links because it was just missing from there. It's information that people don't know about. It's like there's also like links to my Steam workshop. People are just not the workshop, sorry, I'll completely wipe that out because I'm evil. The actual Steam group, that's one of the things people don't know that I've got, and it's actually more useful than you think, because I do actually post when I'm live streaming on there. And most people are always on Steam, so you'll get an instant notification that I'm live streaming in it. You get other announcements as well. But yeah, I thought I'd add that stuff in there. I'd only want people to like donate if they can afford it. I've written like an entire paragraph up on my website. It's just an option if people want to. It's entirely up to them. Just watching the videos and the general support, feedback and everything is pretty much enough, really. I mean, anything that I ever do receive, I've received a couple of donations in the past. Anything that I do receive usually goes straight back into sort of improving my content. Like, I mean, the Yeti mic that I eventually got. That's sort of improved my video quality tenfold. Just the audio, really, not the video. You know what I mean? We need to figure out what we're doing next. So see, I did think about this pre-stream. I know I was going to do like a bit of the crafting system, and there's something else I've completely bloody forgotten about. So I have no idea. Yes. Let's see. It's amazing, really, because there's so much to do, but there's a lot of stuff that's just going to be boring as hell to actually watch as a stream. And there's you know, the scripting's more important stuff, but there's certain scripting that's literally just repetitive and boring. And I'm just wondering if I've set these banners up. I'm sure, yes, here we go. I put a load of markers together for banners, for all the banners that are going to be around the place. So I need to link those up, but that's an example of sort of the repetitive, boring stuff. But here's the amount of banners there's going to be. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 banner options around the tower that you can change. And all I've got to do is link them all up, decide where all the banners are going, get them linked to the markers. So, let's have a look. See, I've sort of put generic single sort of Stormcloak banners, if say this is where they're going. The banners is just, that would be totally boring. There's a scripting, is there going to be? What happened with the dorms in the end? I don't know if I've nearly finished those actually. Here we go. Done most of this. It's just clutter. Clutter is something I spend a lot of time on, and again, that's pretty boring. So the scripting of the shrine, I still don't feel like doing just yet. I don't think I've fully decided on how to do that. Although I suppose we can take a look at it. Let's take a look at a shrine script. Oh, that's easy. Best way of doing this? Not so sure. See, it's something I've really got to think about. I've got to take what's in this and I've pretty much got to just put it into my own script and apply it, which I haven't made yet. Now, I don't know whether to do it off a menu or what. I think I want to have it simpler than that. And let's think. I might do it like I did with Merscum Estates. What do you call them? Table throws. You would click on the table throw and it would change every time you clicked it, and it would cycle through different things. I could do that with this table, because you're not going to be doing a lot with the table itself. And then when you click on the shrine can have its own script, which does the normal shrine, but also does an animation event. And what I was going to do in the options menu is have an option as to whether you want the player to do animations or not, because as cool as animations are, not everybody likes them. So first thing I'm going to need anyway is a global variable. Like my little on and off switch again for the animations. Just put anims. There we go. That'll do for that. Save it, because I wouldn't want to go through all the trouble of making that one global variable again. Right, now, let's see, is that the only one there? Okay, edit that. Temple Blessing, you select which one it is, you select the right message, and the auto remove message is standard. So if I'm right, if we were to clear all these, only one property would autofill. Yeah, okay then. So each has its own thing. That means I'm going to want a different version of the shrine to start with, my own version of each. What's this one? Akatosh, CT, Shrine, Akatosh, Shrine of Akatosh, and just create a new version, activate. So that's a bit boring, isn't it? Activate shrine, activate, or we want to say pray at. So pray at shrine of whatever it is. That'll change. First, another thing when you're creating a new form of something that already exists that has a script on it, if I was to remove that script now, click OK, create new form, go back in, the script reappears. So you have to confirm it at least once before you do script messing around. So don't go removing a script that's on there, adding a new script, filling all the properties in, and then hitting OK, creating a new form, going back in. It'll have disappeared. You want to make sure you confirm it first. Otherwise, it's just a knob. So this pisses me off. Spell property at the top, event, message properties. What the hell, Bethesda? It's just wrong. No. This is how it should be. Oh, no, not like that. This is how it should be. It should be arranged nicely, tidily. That's how it should be. That is nice. Whereas this is sloppy. Not good. New script. So there's about 100 scripts to the old Caranthir Tower now, because my scripting's, well, I hope my scripting's improved. Shouldn't have quite as many. Or it should be a lot cleaner, tidier. So this is going to be shrine in general. Another perfect example. This one script's going to manage all of the shrines. Hit OK. Create the new one. Edit that. Put our tidied up version of the script in. Spell property, temple blessing, blessing message, altar remove message. This is horrible. Why are there all these spaces and gaps after all of this? This isn't good. Oh no. What are you doing? That's just wrong. One space. That's all you need. There we go. And look at this. It's just like no capitals. It's just cleaner this way. Just makes it easier on the eye mainly. So when this messes up, you can read it a lot better. There we go. So that's what it do by default. However, I want to add a option to pray, don't I? First of all, I'm going to want my global variable, which is going to be CT global anims. And then we're going to do something very similar to the last script that we did for the crafting system. So if, and in fact, that's going to be for the animation that I want to have play. If CT global anims dot get value equals 1, anims else. Oh no, don't need else, otherwise it's just not going to do anything. There we go. And then just continue on with that. So play the animation, and in this I'm also, before I forget, make sure that after the animation the time has to wait. So probably going to say 7 seconds. Should take to kneel down, do an animation, or just raise hands normally. Now I can't remember. I was in a conversation with, I think it was Eleanor a while back, regarding animations that I've played around with before, and trying to get the right praying animation can be quite troublesome. But we'll see what we can do. So utility.wait 7. That'll be afterwards, before it finally activates. Oh, what is it? Idle stop loose dot play idle. No, that's completely wrong. What the hell am I doing? Idle stop loose. And who do you want to play that? So now I a lot of the time use game.getPlayer, which apparently the cleaner way of doing it is state it as playerref, but unfortunately playerref property doesn't always work for every single sort of function that you're using. So I'm just going to use game.getPlayer, as it just saves trouble. Because apparently it makes the script a little bit heavier, but it's not like this script's doing a lot anyway. Oops, excuse me. So, oh, another 2 emails. We need an animation to play. 2 ways of doing animations. The first way of doing an animation is to send animation and specific, sort of specify a very specific animation type. The other way of doing it is what I've sort of done at the end of this one is play an idle. But play idle, there are a limited amount of idles that generally tend to work. So there we go. In this case, idle's the one that you preferably want because it's a lot easier, but it might need to be a send animation one. I think idle might work for this. So game.getPlayer. Cannot type for crumpets today. Dot play idle. And we need to know what the idle's called. So for this, I'm just going to put pray, but it'll be something like idle pray. And then when I find the actual name, I'm going to put that in properly and let it autofill as I want it to. Idle property pray auto. And I forgot loose, haven't I? Oops. Was it idle stop? Pretty sure that's the name of that one. So, whoa. Anims is not a function or doesn't exist. Should be anim, not anims. There we go. Get there in the end. So that's done. Remove that one, or we're going to have trouble. Autofill those properties. Go to pray, idle pray, or something along the lines. So here's the list of all these idles, and hopefully we'll find a pray one. Idle wrath, apparently. Pray. Idle pray. See, this gets confusing. Idle praying enter, enter instant, enter or exit, or so what I'm going to go back in. I'm going to go change this to idle. This doesn't really matter. It's nice and clean if they are able to autofill. If I have to redo them for any reason afterwards, they'll just autofill. It's less of a headache. Autofill, that should work. And temple blessing and blessing message. Let me just check what those are again. Here we go. Just pull it off one of the other ones. So in this case, it's Akatosh. Orange flicker. I didn't want that. Edit this. That one was, what are they called? Blessing is altar. They both come altar, so that's going to be easy to find. Altar Akatosh. Altar Akatosh message. It's okay. Okay. Save. And we'll have to go in and check that that works. See if it happens. So what I'd like is for the player to actually kneel down on the mat, but I think that's the one that doesn't really tend to work very well. But if I can get it working eventually, at some point I'll do that. But for now we'll have it as what I think it's going to be. So that annoying bastard Hampshire, or whatever his name is, in Whiterun, the one that he does where he's got his arms sort of raised, that's the one we'll be planning on. And so hold up. What is going on? I love these. These are awesome. These little Skyrim dudes, aren't they? Dungeon talk, eh? Have I done any dungeons? Have I? I think I've tried designing dungeons and stuff before, but not really my sort of thing. When it comes to caves and such anyway, I'm just awful at making caves. Traps and stuff, they're fun to do. And puzzles. Now, I've done my own puzzle for this. Traps are a lot of fun to play with. Getting rocks to fall on people's heads. I had one tutorial on traps before, I think. So that's interesting. That shrine might work. Or it might not. So it's supposed to play the animation, wait 7 seconds, idle loose. Now, if this works as fast as I think it does, 7 seconds is going to be a bit nasty. 4 seconds should be enough. And in fact, that's still not enough. What I wanted was some time to possibly pass. Like an hour. Because I feel that's a bit stupid that you can go up to a shrine and then just hit a fucking button and then all of a sudden everybody's happy. And it's like, well, you go to a church to pray. You don't kind of just open the door, sit down, go, yeah, God, I want this. And then just walk off in like 10 seconds. You tend to actually have to do a prayer or something. Sit there for a while. So I'm not really a religious person myself. But as I understand it, it's not sort of like... picking up your pension. You just sort of go up and bloody... People go to church for an hour or something. So what I was going to do is have time pass here. As you would expect. So I'm going to snag those lines of script again. From my other one. But I will set this. Whoops. Auto. And then... I have to add that line. I never remember what it is. No need to memorise if I can just steal it from everything else. Go into craft and steal that. Now in this case I'm not going to need a float property. Oh, this is interesting. I don't remember if you can get a function to happen through a function with an if statement through a function. So I get an if statement on a function that runs off a function that runs off an event, which is an if statement. Should do. In which case, either way, we're going to have time pass. I'm not going to have a float. This is going to be 1 hour for every shrine. And what I want right there is a TS function, and we'll see if it works. Although we won't see if TS works because we haven't got it set up. Or will we? So I'm just thinking as well here. What do we have to do? Doink. There we go. What do we want? So we're going to want those lists of if statements off that other script, which I've now removed, obviously. And we're going to want this. Whack that in there and have an if statement here. So if ct global ts dot get value equals 1, was it game dot fade out game or something? Save that, I know it's wrong. Just want to get this first. What was it? That. Bah! Where are we? There we go. End if, so do that. Oh, that's a lot worse than it should have been. Let's see. Where am I? City time, blah, 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 blah. And then we need the global variable. That should be for God's sake. 41, where are we? Mess something up. Else if, should be else. There we go. Oh God. Time is undefined, of course it is. So if time equals 1. Instead of time then. Oh, of course, of course. We don't need to check the time, we just need the bink. That's all we need. We don't actually need this. We haven't got to worry about a function running off a function. So instead of TS, just that. Show that, otherwise that. There we go. Bang. It's late. So 2 properties filled, done, bang, 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 bang. And what we shall do is we'll hop in game and see how that's going. After we've read the chat. Yeah, I think functions off functions I've tried before as well. I'm not sure if they work or not. They probably don't. How to get around it? Well, whatever you were going to have the second function as, just shove it in the first function, I suppose. Sometimes I've had it iffy with if statements, where if statements don't want to sort of bounce off each other, or too many of them. So we shall load up the game again. I've got the Bethesda Studios thing back because I've been redoing all my ini files like 500 times this EMB. Where are we going? Dorms this time. This will be interesting. We can see if all the NPCs will go to bed or not, and if they don't, we'll kill them all. That's probably fair enough, to be honest. Right. Here we go. Let's see, shall we? Let's have a little swim. Pray at Shrine of Akatosh, so something about that. And I haven't forced third person, which is pretty important. And also the global isn't set to 1. So oh crap. Yes, the collision. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'll send that. Hopefully I'll send it after this stream. If I forget, then feel free to email me and tell me I'm an idiot. I'm just going to pop back out game and I'm just going to change that global variable. There's no point sort of changing the screen again. I'll just do it real quick. Something's messed up there. The global variable needs to be 1. Actually, I will change screen because there's one other thing. The other thing is to force third person. So, and I think this line I remember because it's pretty simple. So in what order would we like that to happen? We want to force third person when? If animations are on, force third person. That's what we have to do. Animations by default were off C, so the animation is not going to play, is it? But I want them on anyway to begin with. So that's kind of needed doing anyway. That should be sorted. This time it should work. So, go to the dorms. At least one thing I'm not doing again in this stream is showing the entrance. Pray at shrine. Force third person. Pray at shrine. Should go dark. Brighten back up. Does the effect. Hours passed. Perfect. That's how it should work. And we wanted to see if they all go to bed, which they're not. They're getting ready for work, but they have just been eating, as you can see. Oh, look at this. One of them. I like how they have to take it in turns, so I got the queue to get out. Thank you. Shame I can't make that a bit better, but never mind. Lobby? Yeah, let's go to lobby. Wander around a bit.
What are you looking at?
Hello. I was going to do merchants, wasn't I? That's what I was going to do. I was going to set one up for the merchants at least. Yeah, it's cool. They use the teleport. It's a bit funky. Like, he looks like he's poking it to see if it's going to work first, and then he disappears. It's like, what's this? Yeah, but it works. Right, now, where else should we go? Let's go find someone. Yes, wizard window thing, you've spotted it. It's a different use of it though, it is from your resource. It looks awesome. It does. Things are just going to get conjured on there. Still got that judder which is pissing me off, but never mind. Activate a few things. You mean if somebody uses something to change the texture? That means I'll have to have it point to the same texture but named differently in my own folders then. Okay. I'll change that then. Yeah, that would look kind of funny. Look at this beautiful... Right, where the hell are we go? I think we're just dicking about, aren't we, for a while? We could go to the forge, see if we can craft that stuff. Oh, what are we doing? Let's stop cheating. We've got a whole working bloody system, and rather than just activate this portal, I want to cheat. Come on, let's do this properly. Oh, I can't get to the forge because I haven't discovered it. Okay, let's play like a noob and actually try and find our way there.
To yourself.
That was awesome. Turn the sprinklers off even. Those sprinklers need to be off by default as well. These potions are still a mess. That thing needs closing. This collision box needs moving. Jesus, there's a load. I'll fix the alchemic brilliance thing so when she steps in it and out of it or any other NPC it shouldn't make a damn difference. So this is where we need to get to the forge. Yeah, I'll link that texture to something else. That'll be fine. Right, what's the time? Yeah, he's about it. He's using a smelter. That's pretty cool.
Yes. Get away.
Yeah. Right. I've had an idea of how to get that to work, which I'm hoping will work. You know what? I might just say what I'm working on. I said earlier I can't keep secrets. I can't. I'm too excited. I want to show people something I've been working on. Hype it up a bit. What hint can I give before I go into it? See if people can get it. It's pretty small, and it acts like a bit of an ass. And you could easily suspect foul play. See if you can get what mod I'm on about with that. But anyway, yeah, Forge. Let's see if we can make these mannequins. So here we go. General mannequins, wires value 800 general. Create, yes, and blackout thing works. As you can see, because I set that condition, the thing doesn't appear on the workbench anymore. Do that should get the displays, and that's cool. Done. A chicken, yeah, pretty much. A lot of you might or might not know I've got the chicken, which was my first version of the mod. That wasn't too popular. Then I made the chicken returns, which got featured on GameSpot, and they seemed to love it. And even Kevin Van Ord was on there, who their main character's based off, which was perfect. And it basically has a part where it's like he's a fan of him, and I thought that was badass, and they loved him. That was awesome. I was really happy to get on there, like GameSpot's weekly show. And now I have... What the hell? Now I've got a new version I want to make, but there's something dramatic changed. Not only is the scripting going to be better, cleaner, and he's going to have like over 200 actions potentially that he can perform, but it's going to be pretty awesome. There's a few changes people are going to like. The main one being that he can change his colour. Actually, no, that's not really the main one. The main change you'll see in a moment. And he's going places. They should be ending work now, actually, I think. It's pretty good. Where are we? Here we go. Right. Now, I don't think they're even coming here last time to eat, so...
Need something?
Have I shown the Khajiit? We made the Khajiit, didn't we? He's the troublemaking bastard from the last stream, isn't it?
Hmm?
He's working alright now. Look at them chops. This is awesome. Right. One of them seems to love getting stuck, and then she'll just disappear in a second. Go on, sod off. Come on, look. Shift. Shift. Shit.
What do you need?
Go and eat. There we go. Oh my god. She's pissed. What is going on? Go on, clear off. Just gonna get them out of here. Okay, never mind. Right. Right, okay. Bedtime is what we want. Want to see what they do at bed. What are they doing? They're just staring at me. What is... Oh, don't tell me this is like... I can't hear the dialogue, see. I don't know what they're saying. It's probably like you need to leave. Or something weird. This is weird. What the hell are they doing? You know what this is? They can't eat. They can't sit. This is their chill time, but they have absolutely bugger all to actually do. So... And I'm not sure if these seats are actually set right. They need to specifically be told to sit in there, and they need to actually have things to do.
Yes?
Yeah. No, they're not saying anything, are they? They're just sort of staring at me funny. They shouldn't tell me to leave anyway, at least. And it isn't actually bedtime yet. Now's bedtime. See what they do. I think it's just having a moment. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go out and come back. See if that works. Come on, people. I wanted to see you get a bed. Maybe the nav mesh is funky, and I don't know. Being very strange, this is. Let's just wait till morning, see what they do. Just sort of bouncing. That confirms that it's potentially an issue with the nav mesh. Not nav mesh, the actual packages, because if it had actually glitched, they'd still be standing there like melons, but they're going about the day now, so I think there's just something funky with the packages again, but we've got progression. At least they're hanging around this area, they know to come back here. So I think it's mostly just a matter of the fact that the cell's pretty big and it's not properly nav meshed. They can't navigate it very well. I'm going to need some preferred paving and stuff like that, so matter of setting their packages up right. It's been a while since I've done any AI stuff, but yeah, that's fine. Now, the other thing I'm hoping is actually on, so we haven't got to go back out, but this is a bit off topic from the tower. This is the chicken reborn. Yeah, I'm calling this reborn as well. It just works. So, it should be chicken utility. Here we go, let's have a little sneak preview at this. Oh, that's completely the wrong one. See what I mean about getting confused when you're working on multiple projects? Those beds, yeah, they're awesome. Where the hell is he? Here he is. This is the new chicken. Now, just in case you can't see very well, I'm going to get a torch out. But his texture's been improved thanks to bellyache stuff. And also I've managed to create a new mesh where he's got an actual proper sort of, it's actually a horse saddle where he's got his little backpack on there now, and he's got some other equipment. He's got like a little frying pan and a lantern. I might add some more stuff onto there, but that's the new chicken. He's awesome. And let's see if he does some stuff, because I've still got a lot of stuff to do. At the moment he's got about 20 actions programmed to him. He's going to have a lot more. Chicken is bored, so he decides to sacrifice a beggar. Now I'm hoping this works. I haven't seen it yet, so you get to watch the sacrifice. And no. See, this is a funny script. He's supposed to kill him now. Yes. In fact, that's interesting. I basically need the beggar to appear, and then the chicken's going to kill him. So he's going to force you to watch him kill something, which is nice. Because he's an asshole. So, the chicken thinks you're ugly. Hopefully he doesn't do that again, because he's got a bit of an issue of crashing when it goes back into that. The chicken is feeling flatulent. I don't know if you heard that then, but he actually farted, so... the chicken is a Kevin Van Nord fan. Chicken has taken your weapon to stop you from harming yourself, so he's just removed my axe off me. Chicken is an Eleonora fan. Chicken laid an egg. Chicken's egg added. The chicken has taken your weapon to prevent you from harming yourself. And it actually says like bastard, so. I thought I'd customise the actual sort of menu options a bit now, rather than it just saying okay by standard. So the chicken requires sustenance. You will cook something immediately. Thanks for the support. At the moment, the cook outfit thing's weird. I can fix that. I know what that is. I'm actually trying to equip the play with an outfit rather than do it properly, so that's ended up a bit funky at the minute. So, chicken has farted again. Now he's just given me a weak potion. Has he? Poison? Ah, shit. Yeah. He's just throwing a load of cheese at me. I actually want to add, like, Shay Gorath dialogue there as well. He's just giving me some iron ore, more cheese, which actually hurts you because you know the physics issues. And he doesn't like my attire. More fucking cheese. Why is it the cheese? As you can see, he actually owns the cell as well. So what happens is anything in here is classed as stealing if you're in his cell. So if you go in here, this is also where he puts your axe. When he steals stuff from you, it goes in his own container, and you have to... Well, you can't get to it, actually. That's it. He just takes your stuff off you. Oh, yeah, I'm writing memoirs. That needs to force into third person as well, because it's not. If I was in third person, then you'd see that I'm writing in a book. Chicken is no longer confident in your abilities and auto-saves your game. More fucking cheese, which is ridiculous. He will have, obviously, like the old versions, he's got the ability to follow you. He's got the ability to do a few things. Hopefully I can add combat to him in a better way, so he'll be able to use shouts and stuff. I think I've seen how that's done, but I don't know if it'll work. So yeah, it's obviously very buggy at the moment, but that's just the start of it. And we've got a lot of cheese. So that's the that's going to be the chicken reborn, which hopefully I can do in the next few days, because really all it is a ton of scripting and stuff. And I've got to find out a good way of implementing it. I love how he's just staring at him. It's amazing. I also got a head tracking thing working if I can activate it.
Need something?
Ah yeah, the rain thing, that's got to be checked for outside only.
Yes.
There is a way that you can also click on him, and every now and then he'll actually, the head tracking will activate, so he'll start looking directly at you for a few seconds, which is cool. So we've got cheese everywhere, but we'll come back out now anyway, and we'll see what else we can do. That's just a bit of fun. Whoa, wrong button. Right. So I'm hoping he'll be a bit more popular. I'd see if GameSpot wanted to recover him, because he's going to be so much better this time. He's going to have so much stuff. Then we shall open the kit, and give me a second. What's this? I keep getting this with Steam. Apparently everybody's sending me viruses, which is a load of crap, because it's just Dropbox. Any time today? Yeah, just changed the texture direction. Yeah, that's what it'd look like, isn't it, if it was like Gambitch's stuff, which is a bit shifty. I noticed yours looked a bit different. Yeah, it's easy enough. I'll just copy it or whatever. It's just that I don't get it. I don't get this whole Steam's trying to be protective, but it's like overkill. It's dumb. Does that link work? Yeah, that's fine. And that one, that's fine. I haven't actually checked those. It also adds a bit more to the page. It looks a bit nicer, more pro. So the shrine thing worked. I think that was fine, actually. Wasn't really anything wrong with that. Mainly it. The beds. What were the beds from? You'd be surprised what the beds originally looked like. I can't. Probably not going to find them though. It's like silk and stuff. They look a lot different to the original. Done a lot of texture change and such there. A couple of changes to the mesh. But that is that. Just wondering whether I should just do one last thing and set up a merchant or something. See if I can do that. Which the best thing for that would be. I suppose I could do... The most useful would be the Forge Master. Because if you decide that you actually want to craft stuff yourself, he's going to need to have a lot of stuff that you can buy rather than have to keep going so far away to get stuff. So what we want is him to be a merchant. First thing, let's set up the faction. This is digging into the old memories. CT, faction, merchant, Forge Master. Can be owned. Vendor tick. Our, what is it, 9 until... Let's just check. 9 till 6, so end hour is 6 o'clock. However, what I stated last time is that we would like to have vendors available till later on. So 9 till 6, but have them actually available to sell until, say, 8 would probably be more realistic. So 9 until 8. Edit near self should be fine. And radius, no worries there. Vendor list can be pretty generic for now, but I might change it afterwards. So this would be blacksmith. Do not buy, so we don't need. Vendor conditions, don't think we need that. Merchant container, yes, we're going to need a merchant container, so I'm going to search for a solitude container just because it's easy. Solitude blacksmith, double click on that, change the name, underscore Forge Master, Forge Master's chest, respawn, yes. And if you are copying an existing chest for a load of items for a merchant, it's very important that you remove something here. Perk investor, solitude blacksmith, because that'll mean that when you've got the investment in the store for the blacksmith in solitude, it'll copy over to this, and we don't want that because it's a different area. So you want to get rid of that. Other thing to watch is master trade goals, fine. You probably want that in there. That's to do with the perk, I think, and also there's something to do with leveled item gold for the actual guy. So vendor gold blacksmith, if you double click in there, that means that 1 equals 1,000. So if you want him to have more than 1,000 gold, then put 2. It usually varies slightly as well, again depending on perks, but by default I want him to have about 2,000 gold available, although buying off him is going to be more important than selling in terms of crafting. I'm going to do that anyway. That's what I want to do there. Click OK, confirm, that's fine. Maybe go back in, make a couple of other changes. Where is it? Merchant, Forge Master, and go factional NPC. NPC, he owns it, so set it to him. Click OK there. And name of the faction. Yeah, I'll just put that. Then he's going to need his actual container placing in, so although ideally that needs to go in the forge. What is going on? Where's that marker? There we go. That's the thing I want to get hidden out of the way. This needs to go somewhere roughly relevant. Here. This needs to be out of the reach of the player ideally. I used to like to place them in the actual place and have them blocked, but that'd be a bit weird. So in a sense you could steal from them, but I don't want that in the tower. So if you look, it's outside in the void. And I'm even going to reference it, so whoops. That's okay. Then he's going to need that faction, so factions, new, merchant, another merchant faction, and there should be a blacksmith faction or something. Merchant faction marks him as a merchant. Blacksmith faction marks him to have the specific dialogue for selling blacksmith stuff. So the merchant one gives the general merchant dialogue for selling and allows the game to know that they're going to be a merchant. That one will give him the specific dialogue, so he'll be able to say things specific to the job he's doing. So, oh, you're here to buy a weapon or something. He'd say that rather than check out my wares. He'll actually be more specific. However, I think I mentioned this in a previous live stream not long ago. You want to make sure that the voice is supported, otherwise that's not going to work. And it'll revert to those dialogues. Or it could actually mean they go completely silent and it makes the menus a bit buggy. So make sure that the voice is supported, which I think it is for orcs. So he's got his main faction for the place, he's got his own faction, he's got his 2 factions, judging his dialogue for the merchant faction. He doesn't have a crime faction unless I do a jail for this and set the crime thing up for this, which I've never done before, which could be interesting. And then we've got, what else? That really should be it, I think. I think that's pretty much it. But I might be missing something. It's been a very long time since I made a merchant. Hopefully that works. So check the chat. They can still reach the chest. Yeah, the player can't though. Doesn't really matter where the chest is. I just like to put it in the relevant place, and I'll put it in the void so that the player can't get it, but the merchant can. Secret invisible chest in Dawnstar. Don't know about that. The player could reach the chest cheating, yeah, but just normally you won't be able to see it. So here we go. What else? Pretty much it. The dialogues, I suppose I can check over before I end. Not the dialogue, sorry, the packages. So actor package, and I wonder what was wrong with this. Chill package, schedule any. That's fine. No conditions. Flags. So they weren't even sitting down. It's in here, isn't it? Allow sitting is true. They shouldn't have had a problem with that. Energy. Excuse me. Allow wandering false. Should be true. Never sure what wandering is, actually. Might be worth checking the Creation Kit wiki on that one. See if it specifies. I think it has a list. That's it. On the AI packages tab, if it lists everything. That's weird. Package page, that's probably where you just were. Package template. And anything else? What was it we're looking for? Allow wandering. Wander procedure. Were we able to state a radius? Ah, so you can't state a radius just in cell. And by default they're in that area, so they didn't know how to wander off and use anything close by, which is weird. Let's see if allow wandering helps. So that was an overall chill package, wasn't it? Sandbox. Anything else we could maybe try? Leave that and see. So the other way of doing it is point it at a marker in the cell and then set like a radius of a ridiculous amount. That will let you set the radius then. That might work. You can actually edit the templates, which is weird. That might help. And then the other thing was sleep. Sleep's something they surely should have done. Sleeping is true. Minimum wonder. Minimum, hold on. Naught. Bit weird. Okay, let's confirm that. Let's just check the nav mesh. Not for that cell, sorry. Here we go. So I can get over there, walk over there. Maybe they are having trouble navigating over here past the portal because the portal's a bit of a funky location. This might be why they keep getting stuck as well every now and then. So if we can pay the way around here, that's going to help them out quite a bit. And I want snap to grid off for nav meshing. So that. Yay! Another email. Right, that one there, and that one. Terrible nav mesh. And let's try this. That might help. They can't get in the pool either. That'll be why they didn't use that. This could be interesting to see how they react after we've done this. They should be able to navigate around better after this. So they can't even get up to the cooking stuff. Oh, crap. Come on. That's not going to work out. So this is what pisses me off with nav mesh. Things that get in the way. Stop you doing any of it. There we go. Only because of the rug anyway, that had the other view, so change it back. This is frustrating. That hadn't worked. This is really irritating. I don't get what it is. It can't be. Look how annoying that is. Like, I think it's these, which is absolutely stupid. It's just ridiculous. Nope. It's something to do with that funky... Oh, bollocks. That's what it is. It's the collision, isn't it? Of course it is. It's that fucking... I am certainly going to get that sent off to Sim Sim. Oh dear. You irritating game. I like how it hides the nav mesh toolbar behind everything, so you can't frigging get to it afterwards. Now, hopefully, she's going to let them come in here and use this stuff, which would be very awesome. I'm very much aware of how bright it is as well sometimes. That's going to need to be toned down a bit. It's very much overkill. I love how it like just ends up meeting up. You don't even plan it, just meets up in the middle at some stage. Love it when nav mesh comes together. Where did that end up then? There we go. Okay. So, that should be okay. Hopefully, this won't have any major issues. Doesn't seem to have. And they should be able to navigate around a little better. So, no ownership set to these, hopefully. Which I'm not even selecting. Ownership. Yep, free game. Good stuff. Check the chat again. You get preferred paving. It's mostly used on exteriors, but it can be useful inside as well. Hey, UV mapping. I played a little with it. It's interesting. Right. Nav mesh, it's a breeze once you get going, and you haven't got too many things in the way, sort of weirdness going on. But yeah, I won't bother with the preferred paving yet. I'll forget that for now. It's not urgent. Yeah, make sure it's saved, and should be able to go in, see if we can sell stuff to our orc friend and buy stuff. In fact, he should have stuff for sale, and we'll also see if they want to go to bed this time. In fact, what I will do before I go back in game, I'll just check, make sure they can access the beds. which is funny. They can't access all of them. There's a section here I haven't done. That wouldn't have affected all of them though. So. Not the cleanest nav mesh, I'll probably redo it at some stage, mainly just to get it working. In fact, I'll just... Whoa, didn't want that. Never mind. Cover still makes sense. Save that and we will just see how this... Yeah, I think most people know how crappy Twitch is. It doesn't like kicking back in, does it? Let's have a look. CT... Where are we going first? Should we oh, yeah. No. I don't know. I was thinking, should we go to the forge? No, we'll go to the dorms, because that's where we'll be. But then there's no point going to the dorms, because he won't be sending anything until he goes to the forge. So rather than going to the dorms, then follow him to the forge, might as well stay at the forge and wait for him to come back from the dorms. So, then we'll go to the dorms anyway, just to see if they're wandering around later on, okay. Okay, here we go. Twitch is being silly with the refresh, but it was me that clicked something wrong, so that's my bad. My bad. Right. He's not here yet, is he? He shouldn't be. Gotta be honest with this EMB, the lighting's pretty funked. Pretty nice. Really awesome. Still needs toning down a bit in here, I think. Doo-doo-doo. Let's see where it is. Seasons of Skyrim. It's the one that's been a bit funky for me, but at the minute, in the forge at least, it's fine. It's quite nice. Just wait now to see how it goes. Where is he? Is he slacking or... I think we're going to have to hunt him down. Just wait another hour, give him some time. Here he is, the slacker. What the hell?
What are you looking at?
What are you looking at? A guy who doesn't want to work? That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
See, and there's the unique dialogue that you get because we put the right faction. And he's selling stuff. Fabulous. What I might do is very much limitate the kind of stuff he sells relevant to the region or how far he could logically get supplies in from. So, that would be quite cool. But yeah, we can buy and sell things from him. And I'll also have like a gift menu. A dialogue option to say like, have you got anything for me? And I'll get him to go like, yeah, sure, take this. I'll be like, awesome.
Alright then.
Alright then. So that works. Now I want to know if they want to go to sleep or not. No, we have to cheat our way. So nav mesh should be better here. This is going to be quite funny actually. If they do use the pool, they're going to be sitting in the water in their clothes, but you know. Just want to see if they come back here for dinner actually. Give him a pie in the face. First one to come in. Come on. What's the time? Give him a moment. Splat. Splat! Don't think he was amused. It's kind of the right person to come in as well because he's a pain in the arse. There we go, that's cool. So he's wandered off there, he's quite happy. I think it depends what seat they go in for, actually. He has a straight route there and he's happy with it. Then she has a straight route to the next seat. And then he won't have a very straight route to there. For some reason the nav mesh will bug out. And I think I know why it is. You know what? He was late for work and he's actually late for eating as well. That's weird. Here he is. There we go. So it's whoever... What the... It's whoever wants to sit there. Sort of gets a bit weird. Never mind. Right. That's cool. So now we're going to wait around and see if they show up to go to sleep or just hang out generally. I bet if this works at all, they're all going to jump at the chance to go for going to here. Come on, move, move, move. Go for it, son. Go for it. Don't be a dick. Go on. Come on, man. Have the balls to have a bath in your clothes. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Lovely. What I'll have, as soon as they activate that, or as soon as they walk into the pool, they'll be sort of clothes taken off. Which would be awesome. Which, oh, that didn't sound right. You know, that'd be cool. Well, at least someone has decided to chill out. These two are just going to stuff their faces, and he's actually going to think logically and sit in the pool.
How can I assist?
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. What?
Need something?
Oh, just need a script for the pool, really, mate.
This one needs something?
Right. Bedtime is the next test. Are we all going to join in, are we? Ah, he's going to have a swim as well. That's awesome. I like how they're all going to use the same seat. Oh no, he's using the middle one. That's okay, let's sleep with him. And I shouldn't be able to buy... Oh my god. Oh Jesus.
What are you looking at? Yeah.
I shouldn't be able to buy things from him either.
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Or can I? What's the time?
Until next time.
No, technically I shouldn't be able to buy anything unless I set it to 9. I think I set it to 8, didn't I? So maybe that's just a weird refresh on the selling of things. So let's carry on, let's wait, let's see how they react. So I should be ready to go to bed any second now. What is he doing? Well, strikes 12 and they should get to bed. Crap. I might have to get their bed package to specifically state their individual beds and do a package for each of them. That's probably going to be the easiest way, because that way it'll specifically know how to navigate to the bed. Be a better way of doing it. Right then. Oh well, what the hell is... Oh yes, there's my pie. What the hell that was then? Have a pie, you bastards. Right. Okay, that's fine. So, never mind. Nearly there. Yep, they just sort of stand there for like, what, 7, 8 hours doing absolutely sod all. I don't know. I think it's actually something to do with the whole radius. I mean, the game's not used to trying to get people to hang out in such a large area. But there you go. So Just means the packages are going to be a bit more detailed, that's all. Which is kind of a good thing anyway. And I think I'm probably going to leave it there anyway for tonight. That's been a much longer stream than I had planned. I want to thank everyone who has joined me live and had some great input and stuff. So, and you got a little look at like the Chicken Reborn. So you can, as you can see here, check out my antisocial websites, my main website. In fact, if you click that, that will send you to my main website where you've got all the links there that you should need, apart from the Steam Workshop that needs adding. And yep. So Facebook is where I post the most stuff, and Twitter. See, look at that. This always drops at the end of every stream. Twitter I don't post much on. A lot of it just gets automatically sort of placed on there, and all of the good stuff. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall speak to you next time.